Friday. Friday night at 8. Hey, please don't be too late. Got myself a date. Great. It's gonna be great. Where's that from, y'all? I got my ginger tea. Yesterday I went to work and I got in there and somebody was cooking. They was having some kind of breakfast or something. Bitch, I got so sick. I had to go into my training. I had to leave my desk and go into my training room. And I got so sick yesterday. All the smells, I was like, what are they cooking? I don't know what the fuck they was cooking in there. But I could smell it right when I came in the door. First it smelled like jalapenos, and I'm like, somebody making chilaquiles, because it smells good in here. And that's what I don't know what they were making actually. But I don't know what they were making, but it had me so sick. But anyways, go ahead and like, I don't even know why I started the video off like that, y'all. I don't even know. You guys, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Yesterday, thank you all for all of your comments of kindness and support and you know, thoughtfulness. Thank you guys. You know, I really just shared that story so that you guys can understand. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to do the toxic family thing. It's hard, but you don't have to do it. What kind of car is that? Dang, you blowing big smoke. Honey, they're gonna flag me on YouTube, goddammit. I could listen to that song over and over again. You hear me? Now listen, I don't have nothing to talk about today. We really don't. So we're gonna see. I don't know what to talk. Oh, last night I watched on Netflix, there's this documentary on Burkham Yoga. The instructor for that had you know, come up with the craze of Burkham Yoga, you know, the hot yoga, Ashtanga. That's really the hot yoga. But there's a documentary on him, and you know, turned out he was raping women and stuff like that. A guru, you know. And it happens all the time. I didn't finish why I fell asleep on it. As soon as I turn the lights out, I don't even know why I turned the lights out. As soon as I turn the lights out, my body's like, okay, it's time to go to bed. Okay, let's go to sleep. So, you're not gonna let me over? Heifer. Yeah, so I watched that, a little bit of that last night. You know, talking about how he was saving all these people and then creating yoga teachers and yoga studios. If you've seen yogas, if you're from Southern California, you know what Burkham Yoga is, because he was very popular down there or whatever. So I didn't finish watching it, so I was going to watch that. And then there's another movie on Netflix called Elephant something. And this guy's taking pictures, this Asian dude is taking pictures of this white girl, and then they're in Japan somewhere, and I want to see it. I'm trying to see. I added it to my list last night. Let me see if I can tell y'all what the name of it is. And I still haven't watched Dolomite Is My Name, because the boys are always around, and I already know it's Dolomite. It's not gonna be, I mean, I know it's comedy and I know people in it, but it's probably gonna be inappropriate. And so I guess I could look at the parental guide, because everything I want to watch, the boys want to watch. So I gotta make sure, you know, it's age appropriate. My youngest son, he watched Watchmen last night. He was like, "This is good." He asked me at first, "Mommy, is it too hectic for me to watch?" I'm like, "No, it's not. I don't know." So I let him watch the first episode. And it wasn't, you know, I'm already on the 3rd episode. Watchmen is really, really good. Regina King, that bitch stays working, doesn't she? Her ass stay working. That's one who stays working. Let me see. I'm trying to get this camera so it's not jiggling. Oh, it's really jiggling. Let's see. Child, I don't know. This one, I mean, I guess this is a little bit better, right? Whatever. So today is Friday. Yeah, yesterday I got to work and I was like in my training room and I had my head down because I don't know what came over me. I know what came over. It's all them smells. Like when you first walk into work, and I had another reading the other day, and it's crazy because ever since I had the reading, my smell, I've been real sensitive to smell, and I don't know. It just coincides with after I had my reading. But anyway, so what else is going on? What else is happening? Anything happening? Let me go. Let's see. Oh, it's called earthquake bird. What was I saying? Elephant? Earthquake bird. It says it's ominous, slow burn, intimate, romantic. It looks crazy as hell. I don't know what happened to the girl. I don't know. 1980s Tokyo. This girl is suspected of killing her friend who goes missing in the wake of a love triangle with a local photographer. Earthquake bird. That's what it's called. Y'all gonna watch it? Let's watch it. That shit look crazy. I was like, oh, this looks good. The crazier the better, child. The crazier the better. I know I really have bad habit on this damn phone. But I be getting off the freeway, that's why. And I'm trying to tell y'all, a lot of people are like, Erica, don't stop looking and driving and doing all this other stuff. It's no traffic, y'all. So I'm in the shade room. So let's see what's happening on the shade room. There's something I need to reveal, something I could have talked a long time ago. Here's my story. Oh, Jocelyn Savage. Oh. She has something to reveal. This is my story. Jocelyn Savage. That's the girl that was being abused by R. Kelly, huh? Crazy. Angela Simmons. Oh, grandmother died. Princess Love explains what's going on with her and Ray J. And says she wants a divorce. Send her my video. Let's see.
And I'm like, no, I don't want to move to Vegas. And so he's like, well, can you at least consider it? And I'm like, no, I don't want to move to Vegas. It's like, it's not even considering it. I don't want to move to Vegas. This is not the place.
You raise children. Sorry.
Have kids. This is not.
I agree.
Can you consider it? And I'm like, no, I don't want to move to Vegas. It's like, it's not even considering it. I don't want to move to.
She wants a divorce. Child. Shout out to T.S. Madison. She got, what is it? Hold on, let me find it. The real T.S. Madison, bitch. That's my cousin in my head. Y'all don't even know. Here, T.S. The T.S., honey. She got, she was awarded by Out Magazine Mogul of the Year. Yes, ma'am. You better go on with it, lady. You better do that. Come on, Mogul of the Year. Yes, I was proud of her. I'd be so proud of T.S. Madison, all her little, not little accomplishments, but all of her accomplishments. I'd be so proud of her because, child, let the people tell it. You know what I'm saying? Let the people tell it. I love it. I love every minute of it. I love every time she's awarded. She gets an award. She gets recognized. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. She's grown a lot too. I'm watching Madison's growth too. I love it. I love every minute of it. Anyway, so what else is happening? Let's see. Yeah, you know, I've been low before. The shade room. The shade room. Here's this man with these bikes again. Does he live right there, or what is going on? It's so many homeless people, y'all. Like, I wonder. You know, I be wondering about the United States and just like how do you claim to be like the best nation and you got all of this like It's too much homeless. I can understand people being homeless, you know, a couple of people with mental illness, they out walking the streets. I get that. I get it. But people who have jobs and shit, homeless, living in their cars, living in their trucks, living in their vans, changing their cars into like places to live, having to get gym membership so they can have a place to take a shower. Like, that doesn't make sense, y'all. The homeless crisis in the United States is ridiculous. And then you have all these abandoned homes. And then anybody, what's really crazy is anybody who tries to help the homeless, you get in trouble. It's like, no, don't help them. What is it? What do you get out of? How does a city or any city, where does, and then I see cops giving homeless people tickets. Like, what are you doing? Like, y'all not that dumb. I know y'all dumb, but y'all not that dumb. And then that's just like a way to get like money. It's so weird. You claim to be this great nation. You have all these homeless people. You say the unemployment rates are down. Yeah, the unemployment rates are down. God damn it, people got 2 and 3 jobs. It should be not one American or one naturalized citizen or one legal immigrant. It should not be one American with more than one job unless they want it. No person should have to have 2 jobs in order to make ends meet. Oh, the you know, unemployment. That's why the unemployment rate, that's what I wrote on my damn jury summons. I got a jury summons. And I said I have 2 jobs. This is another one of my jobs. This right here. I got 2 jobs. I'm the reason why the unemployment rate is low in Trump's America. You think they're gonna call me for jury duty? People have to support their families. I just don't understand that. I just don't understand how are all these people homeless, especially in Los Angeles. The homeless rate, they said homelessness rate has tripled. Homelessness rate in Los Angeles. Watch, I'm telling you. 36,000 homeless people live in the city of Los Angeles. LA has more vacant homes than homeless people. And when you try to help the homeless people, they want to tear down the little house. There was some guy, I was watching some documentary, and the guy was building like little tiny homes. Oh, it's gonna be people in there doing drugs and this and that. So I'm trying to figure out, where do you want the people to do the drugs? Just right here on the corner? They're gonna do drugs regardless if they in a house or they on the street. Like, I just don't understand like the logic that's used. And I guess a lot of times when it comes to like trying to get money for the city and stuff like that, they don't try to inject like a red light violation. $480 for running a red light. $480 for running. Does that make sense? For running a red light? Don't nobody have, I mean, I guess that's a deterrent. Like, I'm gonna put, this is the maximum that I'm gonna put on this kind of violation, so make sure y'all niggas don't run red lights. I get it, but come on, girl. Drive. We merging and you slowing down. I get it, you know what I'm saying, but all these little things, when I see cops giving homeless people tickets, that's when I'm like, okay, y'all not doing right. I have to make sure this damn camera don't stop. Shit. What was I saying? Oh, I wanted y'all to hear this thing that Joe Rogan was talking to this man. Do y'all watch Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan, actually, I like Joe Rogan because he has all kind of people on his show, and they have conversations about the wildest things, and it's just really insightful to hear other people. Like, he really is a good, here's my disclaimer. I don't always agree with everything he says. You know, as soon as you say you like somebody, they think, oh my God. You support, you do everything. Oh my God, you know. I don't agree with everything he says, but he does have very interesting people. He had Malcolm Gladwell on there the other day, and I was listening to how Malcolm, I want to read that book, Talking to Strangers, and my stupid ass, my dumb ass went to order Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell, and my dumb ass ended up ordering Outliers. So now I got two two copies of Outliers. I haven't even read the first copy. So now I got 2 copies. Somebody want a copy of Outliers? So I'll send it to you. So you can have a copy too. I should just send it back. I hate sending stuff back. It don't matter, whatever. But listen to Malcolm Gladwell as he describes the interaction between Sandra Bland and that cop in Talking to Strangers. And Talking to Strangers is about how people interact with each other and how we misinterpret nonverbal communication, and how those misinterpretations can sometimes lead to fatalities, and they lead to a lot of misunderstanding when you misinterpret somebody. Like the way that he was explaining the Sandra Bland incident was that, you know, the guy, he was the kind of cop that gave people tickets for just anything, like, oh, the light in your license plate is not lit. The bulb in the bulb that shines on your license plate at night, that's not lit. So I'm gonna pull you over and give you a ticket. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know my fucking light bulb isn't lit? Wouldn't you think like that would be a warning? Like, ma'am, I'm pulling you over just to let you know that your light is out. Go get your light changed. But why are you giving me a ticket? I can't see, you know what I'm saying? So this is the kind of cop that she came in contact with. And what he did was, and he's talking about the deposition, what he did was, she's in a college town. This was her first day in this city, moving from, what was it, Chicago? Was it Chicago that she was moving from? And she drove down, and she wanted to start a new life, and this is what happens on her first day. And he pulls behind her and then acts like he is driving really fast, like he's trying to get somewhere. So when she moves over to get out of his way, he pulls her over and said she didn't use her signal to get over. Motherfucker, I'm getting out of your way. I'm getting out of your way. And that's how he tricked her into their coming together. That's how she got tricked. She got over to get out of his way, and he pulled her over. She thought he was trying to get past her. So I don't know, anybody, when you hear sirens or anything, do y'all use your blinker to get over, or do y'all just get the fuck over because everybody collectively knows in society when you hear or see sirens, you get your ass over? This motherfucker pulled her over because she didn't use her turning signal to move over out of his way. And because she didn't put the cigarette out, now, because she wasn't being compliant, and see, Malcolm Gladwell was saying, you know, the way that they're taught in these agencies is everybody is a suspect. And that's not how it is. Now, he's from Canada, and he's like, in Canada, the cops ride around in they're not riding around in vehicles that have, you know, brush guards in the front and the back, like army, like military vehicles is basically, you know. And I think part of the reason why people are so, like, you know, not only how violent they have been with black people for centuries, since its inception, but they have militarized the police department. So now you feel there's some intimidation. The lights on top of like when those lights are going off, them shits really kind of fuck with your vision. Like the whole thing is just really set up to make someone get anxious, make someone get nervous. All of this and you haven't done anything wrong. Everything is good. Your license, your registration, your insurance, everything. No tickets, no nothing. But you got these ominous lights, this military vehicle pulling up, from behind you. You already know they got guns. So you're like, fuck. Now you nervous, and now they say they come to you saying, I feared for my life. How you fear for your life? You got a goddamn Humvee pulling up behind me with red and blue and white lights blinding me. And I know you strapped. I know you trigger happy. I know you don't like niggas. So I'm nervous. So any small thing I move just from being nervous. Now you fear for your life, and now I'm dead. My thing is, how do you fear for your life? I know you're outnumbered, but you approach a situation. The goal is to de-escalate. And what he was saying was these incidents happen like this fast. That fast. Within seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, somebody can misunderstand you, misunderstand your movement, and it could lead to your death. Crazy, huh? Go watch. I only watched the excerpt of him talking about it says LA has more vacant homes than homeless people. This was a day ago. At least 36,000 homeless people live in the city of Los Angeles, but LA simultaneously has more than 41,000 empty housing units, according to a report released Tuesday by UCLA law students and Coalition of Economic Justice Organizations. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. People are losing their homes and becoming homeless. They can't afford it. Gentrification has something to do with that a lot. People selling grandma's home because property taxes are too much. People can't afford it. That is why community is so important. If everybody lived in the house, they would be able to afford the property taxes. But we don't. That's not how we operate. I'm not saying black people. I'm saying Americans. The way that our value system is a very individualized value system. Our individual success is what we go after. We don't go after community success. You understand? In terms of like familial, your family, everybody needs to be successful. If only one person in your family is successful, only one person in your crew is successful, something is wrong. One person in your tribe is successful, and then they have an idea that when I get success, I have to move away from my community. I'm not saying stay in the hood or whatever, but they move away from their community and everybody's spread out. There's no community. I'm going to let y'all go ride down the bike lane. Go ahead and do it. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know why it's so much traffic today. It must be an accident. It must be an accident. Let me find this thing with Malcolm Gladwell so y'all can hear a little bit. Y'all want to hear a little bit? Malcolm Gladwell, Joe Rogan. The way he explains, because he read, of course he did all the research for his book, because he talks about, in Talking to Strangers, several instances where strangers coming in contact with each other lead to awful misunderstandings, and it's based on how we respond differently to things. Have you ever been talking to someone and they laugh? They laugh. It's nothing is funny, but it's a nervous laughter, right? Or they smile when they're nervous. And a lot of people misinterpret that. You can be in a relationship with somebody, and the way that they respond when they're nervous is by smiling. And that's not how you were raised, right? You were raised, nervousness looks a different way. So when somebody who is nervous that you don't really know that's how they express their nervousness, you're going to take it the wrong way, because that's not how you interpret nervousness. So it leads to misunderstandings and arguments and stuff like that. I think we should read Talking to Strangers. Y'all want to read Talking to Strangers? And we could talk about it. I really want to read it. I really want to read it. Yeah, this was like a 30-minute. And see, Joe Rogan was like, I don't think he was nervous, because Malcolm Gladwell was like, I think he was terrified. But they are really trained to create these fantasies in their heads about the people that they're coming in contact with. And the first fantasy is, I was afraid for my life. And I'm trying to figure out, how are you afraid for your life? You have the gun. You're in a college town. You pull this woman over. You're upset because she lights a cigarette. See, the problem that a lot of people in law enforcement have is they have a us versus them mentality. When it's supposed to be, like Malcolm Gladwell said, on the back of cop cars in Canada, it says people helping people or something like that. Something very like, we're a community. I'm here to make sure our community is safe. I'm not here to make it seem like all of you all are suspects. We're trying to keep our community safe. So when I interact with you, our interaction is to ensure that you're safe and safety and all this other stuff. See, in America, the way that cops interact with people, they're very much, I'm an authority. First of all, I'm authority, and I don't have any law that governs how I interact with you. I don't even have to know the law. I don't even have to know penal codes and civil codes. I don't have to know none of that. All I have to know is I have a gun. You are to obey me. You are to comply with any of my demands. And if you don't, I'm going to say I feel my life is in danger, and I'm going to eliminate your existence. That's a problem.
Rogan experience
here.
And booze and things like that. And there was an attitude that you got, and I was only there for one summer, but there's an attitude of
the encounter, so that you have a chance to intelligently respond to what's going on. And so he hit this great riff about how good Israeli secret security, because if you're a cop, you go driver's side only if you think that you might be, in ways that didn't make me happy.
Did y'all know that? I did not know that. If you, a cop who feels like their life is in danger, they go to the driver's side. One who feels like his life is, like they're okay, they go to the passenger side. They go to the driver's side because if you were to have a gun, you don't have a good angle to actually shoot a cop. But if he were here on this side, coming on this side, you have a good angle to shoot at him. So a cop who feels like his life is in danger will go to the driver's side. So in case somebody has something, they won't have a good angle to shoot them, which we know, we've seen cops and people get shot like this. I don't know why, but that's what he said. Look.
And then when he returns to the car, he returns driver's side, which is crucial, because if you're a cop, you go driver's side only if you think that you might be in danger, right? If you go driver's side, you're exposing yourself to the road. The only reason you do that is that when you're driver's side, you can see it's very, very difficult if someone has a gun to shoot the police officer who's pulled them over if the police officer is on the driver's side, right? You have an angle if they're on the passenger side. So why does he go, if he thinks she's harmless, there's no reason for him to go back driver's side. I think these two things are linked. I actually believe him. He constructs this ridiculous fantasy about how she's dangerous. But I think that's just what he was trained to do. He's a paranoid cop. And then
they are trained to, it makes you a suspect. Just this makes you a suspect, right? And then the media helps. Images on television help, talking about black on black crime helps, right? They're dangerous. Even though black on black crime and white on white crime percentage wise are very close to each other, because people kill each other. intraracially. They don't kill. A lot of people, typically you kill people that look like you. You don't kill people that you don't know or that are not around you, right? So it's, oh yeah, it's a lot of cops and shit up here. That's what's going on. So here, let's listen.
And why is he so insistent that she be compliant? For the same reason, because he's terrified. He's like, do exactly what I say, because I don't know what's going to happen here, right? And she's, I don't know. I don't think those two strains of interpretation are mutually exclusive.
That's interesting. It didn't sound like he was scared at all.
See, Joe Rogan is like, no, he felt like he wanted her to listen to me. I'm authority over you. And I think a lot of them are like that. Like, I'm the authority here. And a lot of them, you know, they're average students, didn't have a lot going on in their life, so they become cops. And because that's where they get the authority, you know, like, I'm big and bad, I got a gun, and I can kill you if I want to. And all I have to say is, I felt my life was at danger. And first of all, you already black, so he's like, you know, I could see why he felt his life was in danger. This is a black woman. That's the rationale that is being indoctrinated into these law enforcement agencies and agents. You've already have grown up in a society who's telling you something's wrong with black people, something's wrong with black people, they kill each other, they're dangerous, they da-da-da-da. Then you go into the police force and they telling you the same thing. They all suspects, they suspects. Oh my God. Child, this car done ran up into the side of the tree. Y'all see that car in the embankment? God damn, what was going on? I wonder what was happening. Okay, let's listen to Joe Rogan. Here we go. Look.
It sounded like he was pissed that she wasn't listening to him.
Yeah.
I didn't think he sounded even remotely scared. I felt like he had, I mean, we're reading into it, right? I have no idea. But from my interpretation was he had decided that she wasn't listening to him and he was going to make her listen to him.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of it. I didn't get any fear. And I thought that version of it that he described just sounds like horseshit. It sounds like what you would say after the fact to strengthen your case.
Well, so there's another element here that I get into.
And see, the thing is, and it's crazy because cops really believe, like, I can touch you. Like, I believe that cops should not touch anyone until they feel like, okay, now I need to restrain you, you're under arrest, whatever. But for you to reach your hand in my car and pull me out, there's all kind of violations happening right here. This is my car, not your car. You don't have no jurisdiction over what's going on in here. That's why you asked me to get out of my car. But for him to have pulled her out, wasn't she kicking at him and everything else? And then to turn around and 3 days later she's dead. And I think he was like 29 years old and he had only been on the force, I think he said 9 or 10 months, and already had several hundred traffic stops. Malcolm Gladwell said he looked through his traffic stops and there were like stupid things to pull people over, just anything to get your little quota in. Here.
Which is, I got his record as a police officer. So he'd been on the force for, I forgot, 9 or 10 months.
Here it is.
And we have a record of every traffic stop he ever made. And when you look at his list of traffic stops, you realize that what happened that day with Sandra Bland was not an anomaly. That he's one of those guys who pulls over everyone for bullshit reasons all day long. So I think, I've forgotten the exact number, but in the hour before he pulled over Sandra Bland, he pulled over 4 other people, for equally ridiculous reasons. He's that cop.
No.
And he's that cop because he's been trained that way.
Trained that way. Then already you have your personal biases, and then you're trained to have biases. It's really, and when I see like black people becoming cops, I always say, you know, don't forget that these people are training you to believe that everybody you come in contact with is a suspect. Everybody you come in contact with is a suspect. And then, like, again, rolling up on people with this crazy, your whole presence is intimidating, menacing, ominous, and then you want people to act, you know, nice and calm. I don't know what we have to do as a people to, like, can we file a class action lawsuits against the law enforcement agencies in every state for black people? Because I really believe like we got like PTSD, because I'm telling you, even if you got everything is clean, even if you see somebody like pulling on, that's why I said I be watching them, because you gotta watch them motherfuckers, like they the suspects, and the mere fact that they are able to do whatever, like literally whatever they want to do and get away with it, go home and make a sandwich, that's a problem. I don't know how I got on this, but you understand, I think we should read Talking to Strangers. Well, I know I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna buy it when I get to work. I'm gonna buy it. Can I send that other book back? I'll just keep it. I got so many damn books. What else is going on, y'all? But that was it. Go watch it. I'll post the link in the description of it's like a 27-minute clip of Malcolm Gladwell talking to Joe Rogan. And this was about a week ago. Yeah, November 13th. So it's really new. You know, he's promoting his book, Talking to Strangers. He also talks about the Amanda Knox case. And the Amanda Knox case, I don't know, for some reason, the Alexis Crawford case, you know, the girl who was murdered that went to Clark, Atlanta, who was strangled. It reminded me of that Amanda Knox case. Like, something is not right. But, you know, that poor girl essentially was she was going to the cops about being assaulted by him, and they killed her. They denied her bond yesterday, Jordan Jones. They denied her bond yesterday because they said, first of all, you are trying to intimidate witnesses, and the ultimate intimidation of a witness is to murder them. She was going to be a witness in a case against him. So no, you can't, there's no bond for you. No bond. You're going to sit your ass in Fulton County Jail. And that's it. You killed your friend over some dick, girl. Like, oh my God. Can you imagine? No, I can't. But how do you get to that? Like, I really am interested. I wish I was into, like, I was a filmmaker, because I would definitely be following this story in order to make a documentary out of it. Because I would like to know, how do you get to the point where you are committing murder to protect a man who sexually assaulted your roommate, your friend, somebody who you know would go to their house for the holidays with and stuff like that, and you helped him kill her because she filed a complaint against him for trying to kiss on her and feel on her while she was drunk. Bail denied, bond denied. No, you're not going nowhere. Sit your ass right there. Sit your ass right there. What the hell is going on? Oh my God. This is crazy. Anyway, y'all, let's see.
Strain of modern policing, which says, go beyond the ticket. pull someone over if anything looks a little bit weird, because you might find something else. Now, if you look at his history as a cop, he almost never found anything else. His history as a cop, in fact, I went through this, I forget how many hundreds of traffic stops he had in 9 months. If you go through them, he has like, once he found some marijuana on a kid, and by the way, the town in which he was working is a college town, so, I mean, how hard is that? I think he found a gun once, misdemeanor gun. But everything else was like pulling over people for, you know, the light above their license plate was out. Like that's the level of stuff he was using. He did this all day long, every day. So he's like, to him, it's second nature. Yeah, pull her over. Like,
right.
Who knows what's going on? She's out of state. She's a young black woman.
Was this comparable to the way the rest of the cops in the force in his division did it?
Well, I didn't look at the rest of the cops on his force. What I looked at were state numbers. Wherever there, several American states give us, like North Carolina, for example, will give us precise, complete statistics on the number of traffic stops done by their police officers and the reasons for those stops. So when you look at that,
and that's the thing. It's like to avoid coming in contact with them, and you don't want to call them because look at Tatiana Jefferson. You can't even call them. Like, that's the crazy part. It's like my tax dollars are funding a terrorist cell organization, and it's really disheartening because it's like, I'm paying you, you get to kill civilians and with no recourse. You just get to murder people. And no one, nothing. More of them don't go to jail than do. So that's why I'm like, I know some do. Like I said, it's always some. It's never always all, but it is always some. Okay? Anyways, I don't know how I got on this. I didn't really want to talk. I'm trying not to bring the mood down. But next week, you guys, we are going to, you're welcome. Finally, I can't believe he actually waved his hand to say thank you for letting him over. Wow. All right, you guys. So yeah, so I'm getting ready to get off of this thing here. What are you doing? Can you go? What are you doing? Go! You about to make somebody else get into a car accident, bitch. You trying to look at another accident. God damn. Every time, it's always right here. This is where I was looking at Trudy the other day. Shit. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. So next week, we're going to figure out some things. Do y'all want to read Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell? If you do, buy it this weekend. Or, you know, do your audiobook or your Audible or whatever y'all do. Kindle, whatever, iPad, whatever, books, iBooks, whatever. Just do that. I love books. So what book do I have in here? Yeah, see, my ass bought Outliers instead of Talking to Strangers. So I have a new. I don't know why it's in my thing. I felt like I put it in there, but okay. Did you all read Outliers? I haven't read Outliers, but I have a copy of Outliers. But and the books, the covers of his books look very similar. So I accidentally bought that instead of buying Talking to Strangers. So I'm gonna buy Talking to Strangers, and then we can read. If y'all want to read it, not. And then who else book did I want to get? It's another book that I wanted to buy. Anyways, I'm here, y'all. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Today I'm going on a luncheon with my team. My boss is a Taurus, so she likes to go out. She loves to go out and eat. And she'd be like, let's go, let's find a place. And she ain't cheap about it either. She'd be like, let's find a place to eat. Where y'all want to go eat? So I'm trying to see where we're gonna go eat today. I'll let y'all know. Anyways, I'm out of here. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. I guess we talked about law enforcement and homelessness. Oh, we should have kept it light today, huh? Princess said she want to get a divorce because she don't want to move to Vegas. Girl, stranded. You should have stayed in Vegas. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. We'll get in the comments. Thank you all for all of your kind words yesterday, and I want to thank the following people for looking out: Alexis Randalls, Rhonda, Monica Phillips, Lindsay Scales, Ada Fall. Monica Phillips always comes through. Thank you all for cash apps. If you want to support the diva, you can cash app the diva $ Dinero Supreme. It'll be in the description. Send the diva some gas. You know what I'm saying? A little coffee. You know what I'm saying? A little petrol snaps on the petrol. All right. Take care of each other, guys. We'll talk in the comments. Ciao.